value over time, making long-term investment-linked insurance plan more rewarding. So this plan covers until age 100 also. Okay. Now, the third one, I want to stress on this point, no? It reinforces inclusivity aligned to our client impact strategy by providing coverage to clients who typically don't qualify for regular underwriting products and making it accessible to those who don't have time to process lengthy applications. So, why did I say this is important? Because people who are malamang declined na for our Fit and Well, for our life products, they can get into something like this. Okay?
Kasi parang GIO.
Because it's GIO. Now, if in case pala you guys want to know no, what are the illnesses or conditions that a person needs to have, or if a person has it, decline ba siya or hindi, you can go to our Dropbox or Google Drive. We have a document there called Medical Conditions Guide. So when you are talking to a client that's may na-mention siyang condition that he already has existing, please refer to this muna para you don't waste your time if you submit the application, decline pala, di ba? I would suggest that you review this first before you pursue the application with a certain product. Para, just in case pala, alam mo na siya, decline siya because of his condition, maybe you can go to Sun Life's EasyLink Protect na lang, di ba? Okay? All right, so let's carry on. So appeals to budget-conscious clients with the product's affordable premium and limited pay options. So it's only pay 5 or pay 10. Okay, so it's only those two choices for this product's paid term. Okay, so which is why we have this Sun Life EasyLink Protect. So it's a limited pay, again, 5 or 10 pay lang. It's a peso denominated guaranteed issue offer, GIO, investment linked life insurance that offers the combined benefit of lifetime insurance protection, you're covered until age 100, and investments in one financial solution. So, guys, to be able to offer this, you need to have a VUL license, okay? I know there's a lot of us here who are coded only mga trad, no? But to be able to offer this, you need a VUL license also. Okay, so so here are the specifications of the product. It's a limited pay VUL, but we all know naman VUL is really not limited pay. If markets are not going to do well, we have to continue to pay, no? Kasi until it's age 100 to, okay? So geo underwriting, it's a really quick process underwriting lang siya. It's so very minimal questions. There are no health questions. So it's very fast, no? It's either 5 pay or 5 pay or 10 pay, okay? Now, here is what I need you to focus on. Kasi while it is our geo, unfortunately, the amounts are not that big. Okay? So here are the minimum and maximum annual premiums for 5 pay and 10 pay. So if you look at 5 pay, the pinaka minimum that you can pay annual premium is 60,000 for 5 years. For 10 pay, it's 30,000, diba? But it's how much is that? Diba parang less than 3,000 pesos a month. You can get this, diba? Yung isa, 5,000, diba? If you pay 5 pay. But, diba, for someone who wants to get into a geo product, hindi siya kailangan mag 250. He can pay 5,000 a month. They can get it na, diba? Okay? But here is where it maxes out lang. For 5 pay products, you're only allowed to pay 400,000 annually. For 10 pay, 200,000 lang annually. Okay, so it's not that big in terms of coverage now if you look at it, diba? Okay, so really, I think it's really going back, it's really allowing us to access different markets na mura. Yeah, diba? Okay, so another important number to look at is issue age. We can offer this up to age 70 years old. So, pati smoker until 70 years old. So going back, guys, to the slide earlier, diba? We can offer this to people who are no longer, they can no longer apply for regular underwriting, diba? So a situation is like, for example, alam mo na meron kang friend na yung parent na may cancer and they were looking for coverage na, but obviously they cannot get. But with this, they can get. Okay? Even if may cancer na, they can still get. Diba? A lot of buzz on social media was children with autism. Diba? Because if you look at the medical conditions guide, there's specific spectrums of autism na decline. Diba? But with Sun Life EasyLink Protect, they can get. Okay, but later I'll show you the guidelines for Geo. Kasi may konting guidelines din siya. Okay, and again, it's coverage up to age 100. Now, here is where it gets kind of confusing, but please, I would glance over this lang. I would focus on the premium amount, no? But just to give you an idea, the face amount for 5 pay is 125% times 5 times annual premium. Kind of confusing, yeah. For 10 pay, it's 125% times 10 times annual premium. Again, I don't want you to dwell on this because when you make the proposal anyway, nakalagay na dun, di ba? You're gonna focus on the payment amount lang naman. Okay? Okay, we'll skip this muna. I have a little better presentation on that. Okay? And here is so an interesting thing about the death benefit of it is if you notice may schedule siya of amount of coverage, diba? As you can see, especially for the 10 pay, diba? On the first up to the fourth year, it's only 5 times of what you pay. So if you pay 200,000 times 5 is 1 million, diba? So the first 4 years of your 200,000 premium, you're only covered 1 million. When it hits the fifth year onwards, it starts to increase to a maximum of times 10 your annual premium. Okay? Yeah, 10 pay. For the 5 pay, it stays at 5 the whole time. Okay? All right. So, what other things are here? My loyalty bonus. In case you didn't know, our VUL plans also have loyalty bonuses. I've been getting notifications from my plans now. I have a loyalty bonus. Now, even for regular pay VULs, may mga loyalty bonus. All right. And other benefits, may premium bonus equal to 12.5%. These are not really super important though, but yeah, you can glance over this when you have a proposal. Yeah, so there, and because it's a VUL, we can put into a different funds, no, in our VUL lineup. No, but later I'll show you some suggestions of what funds we can put in. Okay, so let's look at some more important things. Now, I prepared a little bit important points here that I want to share with you guys. Now, so again, GIO siya, like we said earlier, we can offer to clients who typically don't qualify for regular underwriting. And what are the guidelines for GIO ba? Okay, so please focus on this slide because this is very important. Number one, so these are the GIO guidelines. Okay, so there's a GIO limit per life per person. So this is on the life of a person, maximum of 2.5 million coverage. So that means that's 100 million placement. Okay, so kung mayroon na siyang existing 100 million placement na GIO, cannot get this. Kasi may limit lang yung GIO, diba? Like, like our CIB, may limit din siya. Okay, but obviously, we're trying to sell nga to people who could not afford GIO before, so they're not gonna hit this limit for sure, diba? Okay, but just keep in mind, no, may limit yung GIO. Okay, so if the total insurance coverage under the GIO exceeds the limit, the application will be declined. Okay, so may limit yung GIO. Okay, now, GIO does not mean automatic approval of application. The application may still be declined for the following reasons. Obviously, number one, exceeding the GIO limit. Number two, incomplete submission of the Anti-Money Laundering Act requirements. It's in our application forms, diba? May mga konting questions there about anti-money laundering, diba? So if hindi complete yan, i-decline yan automatically. And then incomplete or have provided false information on the GIO application form. So kung merong false information there, they will decline it. Okay. And number four, I think this is the most important that we have to remember lang. Previous application with SunLife of Canada Inc. that was declined regular underwriting or SIO within the last 3 years, regardless of reason. Okay, so let me put that in perspective. If your client applied before ng any product in Sun Life and a decline siya, they cannot get this within 3 years. After 3 years, let's say 2016 siya nag-apply as a decline, they can get this. Okay?
3 years na.
Within 3 years lang.
Postpone, pwede pa.
Postpone, parang pwede pa kasi decline lang naman yung sinabi here. Yeah. Okay, so for let's say, diba, going back to our example kanina, may senior na may cancer na and wants to get insurance, basta hindi siya na-decline with any of our products, they can apply. Okay? So they can apply.
So the whole point of this is not like a regular VUL product with regular pay because it's not this does not go under regular underwriting.
Correct. Yes. No medical questions. But also, the insurance coverage is not that big. But at least meron pa rin. No? Later, I'll show you a proposal. Yeah. It's really just to give people also coverage. Because a lot of people, they say, konting coverage na please kasi alam nila na may something na, di ba? And obviously, if they apply regular, they're not gonna be able.
It's an ongoing illness.
Yes. Basta hindi sila na-decline before.
Pwede
Yes. Basta even if existing na, yeah, di ba?
or claiming, cross
Mm.
claiming.
Yeah. But later on, I'll show you why also GEO has limitations din sa death benefit. Later, we'll talk about it now. Okay, actually, baka next slide na nga yan eh. So anyway, the only thing to remember here is the number 4, basta hindi sila decline within the last 3 years. Okay? Or hindi sila nag-apply within the last 3 years na decline. Okay? Basta that's the important thing lang with this one. All right? So I'm sure you have clients na naisip na, di ba? Okay? So, yes, kahit na may sakit.
Hindi, naka-claim na dati. Pero like,
Ay, naka-claim. Tanong natin si ano.
Claim na.
kapag CIB claim na siya, nawala na yung critical illness.
Tanong natin. No, good question. Oo nga, no?
Yeah,
Hindi
kasi
naman
they
technically
claim.
na-
Oo nga, naka-claim na. In,
0.5 lang. Kasi naman.
let's ano
Mas
what
beneficial
about
din.
people with claims?
Tumataas yung coverage.
Okay, sige. Anyway, so let's move to the next slide. So here, sakto, death benefit provisions under GEO, di ba? I made the slide again kasi it's confusing, you know? Okay, so if you're familiar with Maxi 1, di ba may within 2 years something, di ba? Okay, so I simplified it for you guys here. So, within 2 years of policy issue, there are 2 things that you need to remember. Non-accidental death and accidental death. So non-accidental death refers to sickness, murder, natural causes, no? Accidental death, of course, plain accident, diba? Okay? So the difference between the two is if it's non-accidental death, the death benefit is only fund value plus return of all the charges paid. Okay, cost of insurance charge, monthly recurring charge. It's only going to be fund value plus return of charges paid for non-accidental death. Okay? So kung meron kayong mga patients na, clients na, alanganin na, within 2 years, ito lang yung, di ba? Sana may long span din, di ba? Sayang, di ba? Okay? Now, on the other hand, accidental death, pure accident, car accident, plane accident, whatever, di ba? The death benefit will be either the death benefit on schedule, di ba? Earlier there was a table, di ba? Or 100% of the fund value, 105%, whichever is higher. Okay, so it's going to be higher of either the two. Okay, so important thing to remember, basta GEO applications, guys, within 2 years, this is what you have to look at, within 2 years. Okay, but after 2 years, you're always going to look on the right side now, whether accident or non-accident. Okay, so the important thing lang talaga with GEO is the first 2 years. You have to check if accidental or non-accidental. Okay, yun lang yung medyo important there. Okay, let me see if there's any questions on chat. What if na-decline po ng Sunfit and Well but approved sa VUL? Myra, basta any decline, cannot get talaga the plan like this. No? If client has cancer, as long as hindi na decline, can they apply? Yes, Lynette, they can apply. Kahit may existing na. Kahit existing na condition, they can apply for this Easy Link Protect. SunLife Easy Link Protect. Sorry, it's so confusing to name the products now, no? Sobrang nakailo. Diba? Itong product that we're talking about, SunLife Easy Link Protect, Lynette. Yeah. So it's a GEO na multiple pay GEO. Hindi na siya one-time pay GEO. Okay? All right. Next, what did I put here? Okay. Wait, may question about it. SunLife Easy Link Protect. Yes, that's the one, Lynette. Yeah. Okay, so because it's also a VUL, we can put top-ups. Pero nakakatuwa yung top-ups here, guys. Ang cute ng top-ups niya. Okay? So top-ups can be made. So for example, sabi ng client, you know what? I want to add more kasi it's linked to a fund anyway. I want to add more para to increase my fund value, diba? So yes, top-ups can be made by the client to ensure that the policy remains intact. This feature allows for the purchase of additional units, blah, blah, blah. But the following guidelines will only apply to this product lang, ha? Okay? Top-ups are not allowed within the first year. So whatever premium you pay, that's the thing you're only allowed to pay on the year. You cannot pay extra on the first year. Now, they're allowed starting on the second year, but are subject to maximum of the total COI or cost of insurance in the previous policy year. Kasi diba, when you look at a Maxi One or any GEO proposal, diba, yes, wala nga siyang big charges, but may konti pa rin, diba? Because there's still konting cost of insurance. That's what you can only top up. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. Nakakainis. No, so I guess in this case, if you really just want to keep the fund value intact, diba? Kasi rather than mag-reduce siya ng cost of insurance. Yeah. Oh, so that's the only reason why lang you can top up, no?
Yeah.
It's kind of annoying. No, top ups are subject to maximum of 2 million per life. Anyway, basta we're only allowed this much. No, it's only the total of the cost of insurance of the previous policy year. And then top ups will be subject to 5% premium charge. So if maglagay yung client mo na top up, may 5% charge sila on that placement. Okay? So regularly billed top ups are not allowed. So diba, on our VUL proposals, we can add diba, top ups diba, regularly for 10 years. Instead of paying 999, going 10,000, diba? But this one, you cannot do that. There's no feature on the proposal to add regular bill top ups for this EasyLink Protect. Okay? So cute, diba? Medyo nakakatawa yung top up niya. Later, you'll see in the proposal. No? So questions, guys, before we look at an actual proposal of Sun EasyLink Protect. SunLife EasyLink Protect. Sorry. Di pwede kulang. Nakakatawa, no? Tapos yung old product, sorry, the one previously to this, SunLife Save and Protect. Which one is it? All right, sige. Why don't we take a look at a proposal, no? Just to show you what a proposal looks like. How do I make this bigger? There we go. Okay, so here is SunLife EasyLink Protect 10, because a 10-year pay version of this EasyLink Protect, no? Okay, so here I created at a 50 something to na proposal. There, 56 mil. I did the maximum for 10 years, which is 200,000 annually. The face amount is 2.5 million. Of course, at the year 10 na to, yung coverage na, diba? But the first 4 years will just be 1 million in death benefit, diba? Okay? 200 for 10 years. Maximum na to. Yeah. So, if yung client mo kaya naman niya over 200, mag-single pay na kayo, di ba? Maxi one. Di ba? If hindi nila kaya and they really just want to get, then EasyLink Protect is the other option, no? Okay, so why don't we look at so here is the death benefit schedule. As you can see, the first 4 years, 1 million. Okay? So at fourth year, total binayad niya 800, di pa rin siya lugi, di ba? Okay na rin, no? May 200 siya extra. Starting at the fifth year, it becomes 1,250, and then onwards, of course, 2.5, 10th year onwards. No?
Then for life.
For life na yan until age 100. But of course, if your fund value goes over this, then your fund value na is the death benefit anyway. 105%. Whichever is higher, yes. Okay? Alrighty. What else do we have to look here? So again, there's a list of funds that we can invest in, local or global. And here on the next page, let me just skip over this now. Here is the benefit projection of SunLife Save and Protect. So our projection here is 4, 8, 10%. And here you can see the schedule of premiums from year 1 to year 10. And look at the charges, guys. This is not the actual COI because nakalagay here pa is our commission, our other things. So the actual COI is very small lang, no? And if you notice here, year 10 onwards, ang liit na lang ng charges. That is the actual cost of insurance. So it's not that big, no? Because the face amount is really small lang naman eh. Maliit lang talaga yung top up available. It's so weird. Why? Wala! Hindi talaga abot! Hindi abot! Hindi abot talaga. Wala! Kasi this 116, kasama yung commission, kasama everything eh.
Age 79.
Yes, because the cost of insurance then is higher. Let me show you an example cost of insurance table, guys. I use this all the time. Eh? Here. So the reason why the cost of insurance is rising is because of this. Look, see, as a person gets older, the cost of insurance
Yeah.
will greatly increase. Yeah, because the risk is higher. Diba? So that's the reason why also tumataas yung charges at 70, 80. No? It really increases talaga. High risk na, diba? Yung falling pa lang, diba? Mahulog sa CR. Okay? All right, so there's a few things pala to bantay here and I forgot to mention. Let me go back pala to the table document here. No? Kasi there are charges aside from the cost of insurance charges. There are charges if you surrender early here. Surrender charge. Sorry, and you guys can see. So a decreasing charge for withdrawing funds during the early years of the policy and is structured as follows: 55% on the first year, 50% on the second year, 45, 35, and 10 on the fifth year. Sixth year onwards, wala ka ng withdrawal charge. No? So, ouch. Yes. 5 years, yeah. Sobrang laki ng surrender charge ito. Yes, diba? So, ang sakit to withdraw and surrender a policy like this, diba? Okay, so which is why if you look here on the proposal, the first illustration here is cash surrender. Eh. Look, guys, so if you surrender on the first year, ang laki ng bawas, diba? So really, this plan, it,
5 years talaga.
do not touch your money. Do not, as in, yeah, iwan talaga siya. But anyway, the point of this naman talaga also is they want long-term coverage, diba?
Yeah.
Okay. Are there questions in Zoom? Anybody here? Let me double check lang. I might miss it. Kasi iba pala when you're with people or nasa room. Tapos kung mag-isa lang ako sa room, kita ko lahat eh. No problem, no problem. Anybody on Zoom have question about this EasyLink Protect? If none, we can carry on. All right. Sorry?
They're dumbfounded.
No. Ay, wala, you want charge? You
Forgot.
can plug this in. May battery pa ba? Itong computer. Okay. All right. So this is the cash surrender value projection. And later, as you keep scrolling, you'll see the death benefit naman na projection. No? But I'm just showing you guys na, oh my gosh, ang laki ng charge pa ng age 100. No? Yeah. But hopefully by then din, yung fund mo, tumataas din yung value, diba? Okay? So yeah, projection lang naman. Oh, so I haven't talked about VUL projections pala, no? Because we've been covering mostly mga traditional plans. So if you look here after charges, so this is what's deducted from your policy to cover the cost of insurance and other charges like our commission on the first year and the first 3 years, I think, for this one. No? The next set of columns here, the policy fund value, 4, 8, 10%. This is not guaranteed, guys. This is just showing us how much our fund would perform if if our fund performs at 4% on average for the next how many years. This one is 8% naman on average and 10% on average. Again, guys, this is not guarantees. Ha? It's really just showing magkano yung pera mo if on average ito yung rate niya, diba? Of course, depending naman on what fund you put na. And the last one, of course, cash surrender value. So same thing. It's projecting also if in case ganito lang yung growth ng fund. Okay? All right, so let's show the next one, death benefit. And as you can see, first 2 years death benefit if ano to, this is ano nga to? Non-accidental, no? Okay? And as you can see, their death benefit. And look, guys, diba? As your fund value increases, yun na yung death benefit mo. No? Because it's the death benefit will be higher of 100% of fund value or the minimum death benefit, which is the face amount. Diba? So in light of the high surrender values in the first 5 years, this EasyLink Protect is not suited for employee retirement because of high employee turnover. Oh, good question, Penny. Well, siguro ako, I would position it, for example, no, kung 10-year pay naman to anyway, sabihin ko sa employee ko, here, I'm creating something for you, 10-year pay to, the longer you stay with me, lumalaki yung coverage mo, diba? So, siguro yun yung conversation na I would frame it, no? Pag ganitong ano. Kasi if they leave early, yeah, surrender nga nila yung policy. Maliit lang yung makukuha din nila, no? So, I have to tell the client na, you know, you really have to position this and you really have to prime na the minds, diba? Oh, senior employees, yung mga high value na you want to stay long, diba? Yeah. But I understand where you're coming from, Benny. Medyo masakit nga yung surrender withdrawal charge, diba? Yeah. What if they ask the best investment fund? Will you recommend for a product like this? Oh, what if asked is the best? Later, actually, Marie, I'll show you some example of funds now. Okay? Okay, so any questions about this one? This proposal that we have here? May maisip ba kayong clients na, you know, alanganin na maybe they can get this instead, diba? Previously, hindi na ko ma-offer to kasi may cancer na, may something na. But with this, we can na, diba? Yun lang, we have to ask about the claims. You know what? You know what?
Remission or ano bang remission sa Sanda? 10 years bago maka-apply uli ng Sunfit and Well Beach. Sorry? Hindi nga sure ba sa 5 lang? Cancer? Siya, normally wala eh. 5 lang.
Okay, so hopefully we'll get an answer. Pinatawag ko sa client care. Yeah. So yeah, important question yan, tama. What if naka-claim na yung client? Because I also have clients na naka-claim na rin eh. And they can't apply na, di ba?
Yeah.
So I'll ask. Perfect scenario then. So hopefully within the next half hour, we'll get an answer.
Edsel, I have a question.
Yes.
We stated that it is okay for a client to get this one even with cancer. Is
Mhm.
there a particular cancer? Ano yun, yung parang is it stage 1, stage 2? What if it's stage 4 already? Will they be allowed to get?
Yeah, okay. So Marie, basta wala silang decline application ng SunLife, the last 3 years, they can get.
Yes. So for instance, ano siya, first time niya kukuha.
Yeah, so
So stage 4 na, pwede?
they can get. Here, oh, look, oh. Basta previous application with SunLife na decline the last 3 years lang. Yun lang that's the only important thing with Geo. Yeah.
Okay, sige. Isip ko kasi kung halimbawa, we're looking at say a year to live, no? Pero at least meron siyang insurance na may iwan, no? Meron siyang something to leave behind.
Well, if namatay siya in the first 2 years na hindi accident, it's only just gonna be fund value plus charges.
Oo nga eh.
Yeah.
So, yun lang inaano ko.
So you're sort of gambling na lang din with extra, yeah, in this case, diba? But
Okay,
if it lives
okay.
past 2 years pala, then ano, if the person lives past 2 years and then they get the death benefit, diba? Yeah,
All right.
yun lang. But at least, diba, at least may coverage sila somehow, diba? Yeah. If mayroon cancer, will the premium be more expensive? No, Lynette. Wala silang rating for Geo. Because diba Geo, wala namang questions on health eh. Yeah. It's really just na-decline ka ba before or wala. Yeah. So walang difference in terms of premium for cancer or regular person. Yeah. This was a buzz last year, if you recall. Well, I was looking at social media and dami nagpo-post. Kids with autism can now get coverage. And that was this. That was this. Yeah. Or your sick leave elder parents can get coverage now. This was what they were talking about.
Kasi ang 70.
Until 70 kasi, yung issue age. Yeah. Diba? All right, so again, guys, number 4 lang is what you need to bantay. Tama installment. Yeah. So it's really Geo na installment. No? Okay? All right, so let's go back to our...
Edsel, one
Yes.
last question.
Yes, Marie.
The payment for this one, is it just the annual payment or it can still be quarterly, semi-annual?
You can break it down because it's
All
VO.
right.
Wala
All
siyang,
right.
wala siyang
Sige.
ano. Yeah. So
Kala
they
ko may
can...
limitation.
Wala.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Lynette, you raise your hand. May question ka? Aside from kanina. Lynette?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
So product is this product is specifically for mga may sakit na, no? Because hindi naman
Well,
sila magiging rated. Kasi nakita ko the premium is, 'di ba sa 2.5 million, nasa almost 2 million. So, parang this is just to get assurance kahit may sakit ka
yes.
na.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
So,
lahat ng klaseng sakit pwede, like
pwede.
stroke or anong capacity ng sakit? Stroke, Alzheimer's, yung mga ganon. Is it
Yeah.
also approvable? Thank
Basta
you.
hindi sila na-decline in the last 3 years. That's the important thing lang here eh. Yeah.
So kahit ano, so
Kahit
kahit
ano,
ano.
kahit ano.
And
Yeah.
and then yung fund niya, pwede natin ilagay sa Global Tech Fund.
Correct. Yes, we can
So
put it.
para siyang Maxi Prime na mas mahal kasi pwede yung mga may sakit. Tama ba ang understanding ko?
I wouldn't call it mas mahal. For me, mas mataas. Actually, minimum naman is 30,000, di ba? But I would call it siguro parang Maxi Prime na more fund value yung hinahanap mo. Kasi
More fund value.
kasi di ba remember in Maxi Prime, ang laki ng charges, di ba? For
Yes.
kasi di ba it's covering pa rin for insurance coverage eh. Here kasi maliit na kasi yung insurance coverage niya eh. So really, you're getting a
Ah,
10-year pay VUL,
and this
na you're
is for fund value.
placing lang talaga. Oo. So actually, even if
Okay.
healthy people, pwede eh.
Ilang percent ang napupunta sa fund value, tsaka ilan percent sa coverage?
Sige, let's look at the proposal. I'll show you again.
Okay, sige, sige.
Kasi hindi ko ma-eksakto kung ilan, magkano eh.
Kasi ang tatanungin sa atin, lalo na sa mga old clients ko, anong kaibahan niya sa Maxi Prime? Bakit hindi nila Maxi Prime? Or is it because pasok siya sa mga may sakit? Yun ba yung selling point natin?
Okay.
Yan.
Yes, number one, of course, pasok siya sa may sakit. Number two, unlike Maxi Prime, where whatever you pay, it's not gonna give you big coverage. Kasi diba with 200,000 Maxi Prime, magkano na yung coverage mo dyan? Siguro mga ano na yun eh. 10 million maybe? No, no. No, no.
Yeah, mga
Diba?
7, mga
7
ganon.
million, diba? Here kasi
7,
it's only maximum 2.5 eh, after 10 years. Diba? So, so the idea of this talaga, para Maxi 1 na installment. Maximum installment siya. Kasi you're trying to get more fund value because ang liit ng charges niyo afterwards. Di ba Maxi Prime increasing pa to here eh. Yeah. So ano siya?
the commission is also same as Prime or bigger?
Hindi. Later I'll show you
Ay,
maliit siya.
sorry, excited. Sorry.
No problem.
Sorry.
Okay lang. Magaling ka talaga kung commission yung tinatanong eh. Okay, so there, going back guys, think of this as Maxi 1 na installment and again, offer it to people na who no longer can get regular insurance. At least meron sila through this product. All right? Okay, so let's go back to the document and let's look at the commission schedule of EasyLink Protect. No, it's not nothing to write home about, but at least meron, di ba? Here is our commission for SunLife EasyLink Protect. For 5-year pay on the first year, 15%. For 10-year pay, 30%. Okay, so pwede na rin. Not bad na rin siya. Okay? And then as you can see, for 5-year pay, it's 5% on the second year, 5% on the third year, and then wala na afterwards. But with 10-year pay, you can get 5% up to the 5th year. Okay, so this is the commission schedule of EasyLink Protect. And of course, any excess premium, may 3% commission ka rin. Okay? Oh, take a picture.
Okay, got it.
All right.
Para siyang Sun Fit and Well.
Yung
Medyo.
10 pay,
Yeah, dako.
medyo, yeah.
Yeah.
Kasi yung 10 pay, 35% sa Fit and Well eh. Yeah. You can break it. Monthly. Walang ano. Walang charges kasi it's VWell. VWell siya eh. Yes. Minimum 1 quarter tapos break mo na, di ba? Why not? Pwede na. So, pwede rin siya pang retirement also. I would probably say okay rin siya, di ba? Pwede rin. I mean, it's another option. Another option siya. Di ba? Kasi before, what I would used to do, I would get the smallest coverage na VWell, tapos malaking top up, di ba? Ito, this is it. All right? Okay. Ha?
Unahin mo na yan.
Unahin, which one? Yung ito or CIP? Ay, oo nga, no? Tama. Kasi kung ma-decline ka, yeah.
What the claim?
No, I mean, I'm just saying. Oh, sorry. No, I mean, kung any decline, di ka makakuha din ito eh. Diba? Any decline, you can't get this na rin eh.
Yan nga anak ko na decide.
Okay. Okay, so kanina the question here and on Zoom, what fund can we put it in, diba? So yes, we can put it in our local and global funds. And the question, especially now, kasi diba may nagka-problema ngayon sa Middle East. Why is it moving? Sorry. Should we sell when war breaks out? Oh my. Should we? So actually, historically, this is historical data since World War II. 80% of the time, markets recover after 12 months. 80% of the time.
After the war.
After 12 months during war, when war breaks out, markets recover. Yeah, so here, look at this. Sige, picture na muna. So historically,
Since World War II.
yes, since World War II data, guys. So imagine mo, 1970, when there was a conflict in Iran din, di ba? Gulf War happened. 80% of the time, markets recover after 12 months. Okay, and then look at this, huh? So stay calm. No? If you're already placed globally, stay there. Kung nasa Philippine equity ka pa rin, please, labas ka. Walang nangyayari sa Philippine equities. Diba? I mean, unfortunately, this is average all over the world. Tayo lang yung medyo lagging behind, diba? Okay, so here is another table. Why is it still moving? Nakakainis. Anyway, so this is actual performance to, ha? So look at the pinaka-right, 10 years. Why do I look at 10 years? Because in the last 10 years, ang dami nangyari, diba? I mean, the pandemic, 2020. 2022, Russian invasion of Ukraine. It happened here, diba? And look at this, the NASDAQ, which is exactly our global tech growth fund. 101% in the last 5 years. 10 years, 546%. Samantala, Philippines. Oh my gosh. Diba? No, also, aside from that, our market is just too small. No, we're only made up of a lot of conglomerates, banks. So there isn't a lot of, I wouldn't say walang masyadong catalyst for growth. Unlike globally, where tech funds are, diba? Where Facebook is. Go global talaga, no? So itong NASDAQ 100, our NASDAQ 100 is pretty much our peso global tech growth fund. It's exactly that. So if you break down the tech growth fund, this is pretty much where it's placed in NASDAQ 100. No, 10 years of 546 ko nilagay lang natin, diba? Well, wala pa kasi tech growth fund 10 years ago. But, diba? So, there. I would suggest no, go global talaga, no?
It's confidence-based index, right? That's
Sorry?
index.
Which one? Sorry?
Like the 1% index.
Index, yes, tama. Philippine index.
Index, Hong Kong index.
Yeah. So now, na may global tayo, let's go global, diba? I mean,
Yeah.
it,
Get this, it's
which one? So this one, if you're part of the Facebook group ng H&W advisors, andito sila. Nagalagay si, what's her name? Forgot her name. Basta, JJ's team, they do this eh. Parang, oh yeah, so may infographics sila just to help, diba? Kasi, yeah. So guys, Peso Global Tech Growth or even the Peso Global Growth, those two funds I think are good, no? Kung gusto yung client mo na may payout, go ahead, why not? Diba? Yeah. Okay, I'll picture lang before we... No problem. Huh? Wait lang, let me just ask kung natawagan ba. Agnes, may sinabi ba si Julian tawagan sa akin?
global.
Pag, Gio. Okay, sige, thank you. Okay, we got the answer. So, the question was, so obviously, basta hindi ka na-decline, you can apply, diba? No problem. Now, what if nagka-CI claim na yung insured, no? So, I had someone call client care. Sinabi niya, subject for approval with new business. So, hindi clear kung or not. So, try na lang, diba? Try na lang. So, you can, for approval pa rin siya. Worth a shot, diba? Yeah.
5 years na po na, 10 years po yung claim.
And the severities of whatever it is, diba? Yeah. So, kung naka-claim na, subject for approval with new business.
Kuha ko sa secure eh. Kasi ano pala, yung 24% natin, is that sa secure?
Peso Maximizer.
Hindi, yung...
SunWealth Prime.
Oo, SunWealth Prime.
Nakakuha ka?
Nakakuha ko.
O, di ba nakakuha ka? No problem.
Oo, 5 years na kasi.
O, yun pala. O, pwede pala. O, pwede ka na pala. Geo din yun eh. It's Geo din yun. Yeah. So yeah, same thing. Same thing.
Baka parang ganun din years. Kasi kaya ko na yun.
Ganun din yun. Yes. Yes. So even our SunWealth Prime 7 follows this same guidelines, Geo guidelines din siya. Okay? All right? So there guys, if you're asking about funds, our global funds, no? Peso Tech Growth, Peso Global Tech Growth, Peso Global Growth. Those two, that's pretty much itong NASDAQ din halos, no? Okay? Questions pa about this SunLife Easy Link Protect? Anybody in the room? Anybody on Zoom? Kung wala, let me just
You can call it something like what you were saying. It's what you can offer. This one, say.
this isn't my words, it's SunLife's words. There. Providing coverage to clients who typically don't qualify for regular underwriting products and making it accessible to those who don't have time to process lengthy applications. Tayo yun na nag-process anyway. Di ba? O, sign ka lang dito, ako na bahala. Di ba? That's us. Ikaw hindi ko isip, ha? Clients, lengthy application? Ako yung lahat eh.
Everyone. And this is always common.
So pwede ka you can market it as this, no?
Yung inclusivity dyan, yung maganda kasi yung parents can be there.
That's right. Yes. Yeah.
Included na sila.
Tama.
Dati kasi lagi silang...
Yeah. Ay, sorry. Lampas na.
There is beyond 70 pero ang insured below kunyari 75 yung owner,
Yeah.
insured is
Pwede.
below 70.
Pwede. You can do that, yeah. Yes, you can do that. And then when the owner passes away, they just need to submit a death certificate. The insured is now the owner of the policy. Yeah. Like an elite, like any other policy. Yeah. Yes, Kate.
Buying her first house in which is 100,000. Pwede po bang mag-apply her?
Oh nga, no? I feel like pwede. Kasi per app ata ito yung maximum. Eh.
Oh,
Yes, per app maximum. Yes. But, so yes, that's a good question, Kate. Maximum per application is...
Up to 200,000 na lang premium. 2.5 million.
There. Yeah, so per app to, na maximum. Yeah.
Pinagkilan yung plan.
Yeah.
Another kind of...
But, kailangan maximum lang din, 2.5 GEO guidelines, di ba?
Yes, exactly.
So may GEO guidelines that you also have to follow, di ba?
Maximum, even if it's
This one.
accumulated,
Oo, accumulated lang din siya.
Accumulated, so even if you have other GEO, magka-count yun, no?
Yes, it'll count. Yeah. So kailangan bantayan mo talaga.
Parang, di ba, kasi one naman, pwede mo higher. Di ba sa GEO, you can have an higher pag ibang product.
Ibang product.
Pag Maxi 1, pwede. It's just this one that has a 2.5.
No, combined with Maxi 1 to.
No,
No, kasi GEO din yung Maxi 1 eh. So your total GEO limit per person is only 2.5 million coverage. So meaning 100 million to sa GEO sa Maxi 1. If you place 100 million, 2.5 MU face amount mo, di ba? 25%. That's maximum na for you. And yeah, exactly. And again, guys, remember, we're offering this nga to people who cannot afford 250, but installment na siya. So really, it's a wide band talaga yun. Yeah. Huh?
So, employees,
Correct.
if you yung gusto ng ng investment pero ayaw nila ng
Malaking place.
So,
Tama.
yung
Oo.
bigay ng 5,000 a month,
Yes.
pero participate in a parang Maxi One product.
Yeah. Kasi actually parang MF lang din eh. Think about it, diba? MF, may 5-year holding period anyway. Of course, the surrender charges are not that high, pero wala ka insurance coverage. Diba? With this, you pay lang din like setting aside like MF, you just don't touch it for the next 5 years, but may insurance coverage ka. But so, think of it that way also, diba?
But slim is easy.
Yeah.
Sorry, hindi ano.
It's okay.
I just learned about it.
Sinabi rin ni Chris, kasi may nagtanong, do we still sell Slim CC ba? Or whatever, kung may placement? Yeah. Pero sabi ni Chris,
Eventually, isang commission.
I know, it's so small, di ba? Sabi ni Chris, kung malaki na yung placement anyway, i-GO mo na lang, Maxi One. Di ba? May commission ka pa, may malaking coverage pa may coverage pa yung client pa with their placement, di ba? Yeah. So, hindi pa rin siya, Slim TC is not really wow for us pa, not yet. Tapos, di ba one of the biggest reasons why we would consider a trust is a living trust, di ba?
Yes.
Wala pang living trust yung Slim TC. They're still creating it pa. So ano, di ba? Parang nakakainis, di ba? So yeah, so hindi talaga siya like, the incentive din to sell is not really that high, di ba? So, Maxi One na lang muna. Okay? All right. So are there questions pa ba about SunLife Easy Link Protect? Mahaba. Wala? Okay. So that's it, guys. So that's all for this week. Diba? So SunLife Easy Link Protect really installment geo allows us to sell to people who originally are not able to buy an insurance coverage. Okay? So there. Yeah. Hindi ko na screenshot. Which one ulit? Sorry.
Sorry, yung last part, yung may product specs.
No problem. Here you go. There.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. So there, guys. Hope you guys have a great week. Next week, dito ba ako next week? I think I'll be here naman next week. We'll talk about a different product naman agad next week. Okay? Bye. Good night. Goodbye. Have a great
Bye. Thank you.
I'll say bye, everybody. On the
Recording stopped.
Hello, Ed.